Hi everyone, this is Jayashree. Today I'm going to explain about the topic storage allocation. Okay, let's go to the topic. Storage allocation is the process of associating an area of storage with a variable so that the data items represented by the variable can be recorded internally. When storage is associated with a variable, the variable is allocated. There are two types of allocations, namely static allocation and dynamic allocation. First of all, static allocation. Static allocation supports the dynamic data structure. That means memory is created only at compile time and deallocated after program completion. In static memory allocation, the address can be found using the address of operator and can be assigned to a pointer. The memory is allocated during compile time. Dynamic memory is a way of organizing different types of data in the phone's memory and also referred to as shared memory. Dynamic memory means that all types of data are stored in the same memory. There is no separate memory for photos, ringtones, etc. Till now we have discussed about static and dynamic memory allocation. Now let's discuss about difference between static and dynamic memory allocation. In static memory allocation, memory is allocated to the variables at the start of the program, while dynamic memory allocation, memory is allocated at the runtime. In static, memory allocated to the variable is fixed, while in dynamic memory allocation, the variable is dynamic. Static memory allocation results in the inefficient use of memory, while during memory allocation makes the efficient use of memory. In dynamic memory allocation, memory can be expanded and contracted during runtime as per requirement. This provides the flexibility to the programmer. These are the differences between static and dynamic memory allocation. C provides four standard routines of dynamic memory allocation. These dynamic allocation functions are inbuilt in alloc.h, malloc, calloc, free, realloc. Let us discuss about malloc. We already know that malloc is a type of dynamic memory allocation. This function allocates the block of memory in bytes. It allocates request size of bytes and returns a pointer to the first byte of the allocated space. This function is like request to the RAM of the system to allocate the memory. If the request is granted, it returns pointer to the first block of that block of memory. The type of pointer it returns is void, and if the request is not granted, then it returns a null. Syntax of the malloc function is pointer is equals to data type malloc integer value. For example, pointer is equals to int malloc size of int. Let us discuss a program on malloc. Since type of pointer it returns is void, so type casting is required to change return pointer type. On the screen, there is a program, see it. In logic, title is equal to char pointer malloc at the size of 15. So the size of the character is 15. Let's discuss about calloc. It works similar to the malloc function except that it requires two arguments. It allocates space for an array of elements, initializes them to 0 and then returns a pointer to the memory. Pointer addresses of another variable. Syntax for this function. Pointer is equal to data type pointer calloc of n bytes memory. Struct variable struct data type pointer calloc of n size of struct type. Here in this program the integer values are I and n and we use pointer also to address of the variable. Pointer is equals to int pointer calloc in size of int. Here we print number of blocks to be created and enter the numbers. We can use for loop to read the function and return it. This is the program for calloc function. Let's see the differences between malloc and calloc with examples. The functions malloc and calloc are library functions that allocate memory dynamically. Dynamic means the memory is allocated during runtime from the heap segment. Let us observe initialization. Malloc allocates a memory block of given size and returns a pointer to the beginning of the block. Malloc doesn't initialize the allocated memory. If you try to read from the allocated memory without first initializing it, then you will involve undefined behavior, which will usually means the value you read will be garbage. calloc allocates the memory and also initializes every byte in the allocated memory to 0. If you try to read the value of the allocated memory without initializing it, you will get 0 as it has already been initialized to 0 by calloc. Let us observe parameters. malloc takes a single argument, which is the number of bytes to allocate. Unlike malloc, calloc takes two arguments. First one, number of blocks to be allocated. Second, size of each block in bytes. malloc is faster than calloc. calloc is slower than malloc. malloc has high time efficiency and malloc is used to indicate memory allocation. calloc has low time efficiency and it is used to indicate contiguous memory allocation. Let us discuss about free. This function is used to deallocate the previously allocated memory using malloc or calloc functions. Free function is used to return the allocated memory block to the system of memory RAM. Syntax for this function free is free pointer. Now let us see a program of free program. Free means removing of title from the function. In this, we copy the function and print the function and return value is 0. Let us discuss about realloc. This function is used to resize the size of memory block which is already allocated. This function is available in the header file stdlib.h. stdlibrary.h. Note that before using the realloc function, the memory block to be resized should be allocated using the following statement. Pointer equal to malloc of size 0. See, syntax of this function is pointer is realloc of pointer new to size. Now let us see the program for realloc function.
That's it, guys. 9.
This is about storage allocation. Thanks for watching.